And as always, it is your favorite unwarranted opinions from guys you really don't give a fuck to hear from. And welcome back to another episode of the We Share Too Much podcast, a.k.a. the Young and the Wash. I'll be regulating from the booth here. I am young white-cap dunzo, as always, because I'm in charge of the game and these hoes. And with me, as always...
Of course, your favorite light skin. The brows are not on fleek today as much. Grand Mac Trav, not talking McDonald's. And, of course, we got the walk-on wizard, the Jewish lion himself.
Happy to be here.
Of course.
As always.
Jay Palais.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The reason why I call him a Jewish lion, though, if I may, there's a little mini backstory to this. I FaceTime Josh today, like, hey, yo, I'm going to come over a little early. You know, we're going to kick it. When this man answered the phone, it was just straight his face and just nothing but like hair around him. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Did you feel,
I was so caught off guard.
Did you feel like you got tackled by an Oceanside linebacker?
Dude, it was wild. I was just like, dog. It was awesome.
Oh, man, you got me.
Travis has the eyebrows of America Ferrera when he doesn't do them right. You know who that is?
Yeah, I know exactly who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Ugly Betty.
All right. Quick hitters as always. What's the longest you've gone without taking a shower?
4 days. No, that's a lie. When I was in Wyoming, I went to camp. Like I was like in the
You're
wilderness.
so proud of that, by the way.
No, it just happened.
You're so proud of that. There's always
because I was so bad at science in real life. Probably 10 days.
10 days without taking a shower?
Like I took one, and then it's probably like 9 days to my next one because we were in Yosemite for 9 straight days. There's nowhere to shower. Like you wash and bathe. Like we have like water to like bathe in, but there wasn't like
no like regular showers.
Yeah, no regular showers till we got back to the other side of the mountain.
River showers.
Basically
river
shitting
baths.
in a hole. Like literally, like I didn't even like.
No wipes, wipe with the leaves.
Bro, a funny story. I didn't know till this trip we were going into 9th grade that women wiped after they peed. And because I thought all the chicks every time they walked into the woods, and we were eating like good stuff, like no meat. Like I didn't have meat for like maybe 14, 15 days. Like, and I remember thinking,
so I couldn't help it.
But I remember thinking like, damn. I'm like, damn, these vegetables supposed to be running through these chicks. They are taking a shit every time they go to the bathroom. and then someone explained to me like, no. I was like, and then when they explained, I was like, you know what? That makes sense. But like in my head at like 14, I was like, I was 13. I was like, dude, they got to get their colons checked. That shit is efficient.
10 days, that's a long time. What about you?
I don't know. I'm more of like I think I've done like maybe 4 or 5. The one that I'm more of an offender of, the one I do the most is when like you'll work out and
don't even stop. Next question. I'm not even gonna let you do that to yourself. Next question. No.
I don't mind saying it in a sense. I don't.
Hey, you know what though? That's fine because I walked on my ledge last week about the freaky talk.
Yeah.
And no one was on the ledge with me. No one made
You stopped the camera before you let it get to me.
No. But then I asked you later. Hey, you know what? Tell Josh what you were about to say.
Okay, fine.
Hey, react the way you normally react to this.
So I'm more guilty of like the guy sometimes, like especially when I'm lazy and tired. Like I can do like a full workout or like practice, and like I'm like fuck the shower. Like I'll just go to sleep in my own filth.
Your own sweat, bro.
And shower the next morning, and I'll shower the next morning.
This is where we zoom in on Josh's face.
That's crazy.
I told you.
I've been an offender of that a couple times, bro.
Oh my god.
As an adult.
Yeah, as an adult too. Yeah.
You don't like the next day when you go to that bed, you're like, this isn't dirty. Like you don't wash your sheets or anything.
I'll wash the sheets the next day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Will Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine be dealt before the trade deadline?
I don't know, but they're both welcome to come to Dallas.
For real, bro. They'd be great in Dallas, both of them.
We had to get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. no matter what, but...
They call your boy Cuban.
Bro, I don't know.
Who would you rather have, LaVine or Beal?
Beal.
God, dude, you know,
he's more trusted too. Like, do you really think this LaVine thing's like a 1-year thing or a 2-year thing?
It's like his third year, bro.
It's like honestly,
bro. Okay. And I'll say we kind of need the athleticism a little bit. So Bradley Beal's probably more polished, but for the trade value, like you can give away 2 future firsts and Tim Hardaway Jr. and that should be straight for the most part.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, you're gonna ask for like
everything.
Yeah, you're gonna want Willie Cauley signed you. Yeah, you're gonna want like 2 role players. They're gonna try to turn Jalen Brunson into Josh Hart. Like they're gonna, you know what I mean?
That's probably good for an organization. Type of thing.
Yeah, like
smart move there.
Yeah, but I think they both should definitely be dealt.
I don't think Beal will.
I'm not gonna lie.
Don't.
This sounds stupid as fuck, but I swear by this. If I'm the Warriors, I'm calling about somebody. someone who's on a 1 year, because like I can afford to go over the cap. If we get people back next year, the salary cap moves again. I think the way it should work, and they like that might be worth the luxury. Like make sure you have someone who's good enough that Clay doesn't have to be rushed back.
Oladipo?
That's who I wanted in Dallas. That's
really even after these injuries and stuff.
I mean, he's
on a 1 year right now.
Yeah, he's averaging like what 25, 5, and 5.
I don't know.
And like
I don't have him on fantasy.
here's the thing, like I don't think he's injury prone. He just had the one injury, and I feel like he just didn't fuck, and he didn't really fuck with the Pacers. Like at the end of it, I felt like he came in, it was his team, and then he came back from injury, and it was Sabonis' team, and then that affects people's confidence and things like that. I think personally,
I get it. Would you rather be able to speak every language or to speak to animals?
Every language.
Yeah, every language.
You wouldn't want to talk to your dog, bro?
I ain't fucking that nigga.
I would love to talk to my dog.
Me too. That's a good one.
I'm not against it, but I'm not.
Maybe that would be better because you can actually go out in the wild, or these crows and these pigeons or something like that. More people to talk to, because to talk for languages, you'd actually have to travel. Like you'd have to get out there. I don't got the bread to travel like that. Like am I gonna survive like that? I don't know.
I don't think that's a fair assessment in the city of San Diego. I think if you lived in like middle of like, I don't know, like St. George, Utah, like and there's
Istanbul or something. Like,
like if you live somewhere where there's literally only one language, I think in San Diego you can find a bevy of places you can go, and that power works. Okay. And also, I just feel like if I'm in the woods and a bear comes, and I can now hear the bear, me being like, nah, nigga, ain't gonna stop that nigga from eating me.
It might. Maybe you talk to him. Maybe he's just like, yo, I'm hungry. And you're like, hey, let's hunt together. And then you and Smokey the Bear out here doing big things.
Travis. Okay, time out. I'm gonna call quick. You played team sports your whole life, and we've questioned your team workingness at times.
I work with
you think this bear who's never had to squat up is gonna see you talking like Eliza Thornberry and be like, hey, you know what? We should go look for some salmon together.
Hey, I'd help him out as long as we both eat. We all eat. I think it'd be Josh. I'm switching to animals. I'm going animals.
I'm with animals too.
I'm going with animals.
Who does this Super Bowl mean more to for their legacy? Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, that's one of the best questions. I mean, that's the question.
I think it's more from Mahomes, because if he loses to Brady, he'll never be better than the GOAT. He already lost.
I don't.
That's the argument.
I don't know if that's true, because football's such a team sport. I think for Mahomes' legacy, it's more because, like you said about can he get as many rings? Mm-hmm. You're killing two birds. You're stealing one. You're stealing one, and you're stopping him. So you've gained traction and made like the gaps shorter, like from the front and back end. You get what I'm saying? So because now it
is a 43-year-old Tom Brady,
but like at the same time, like I think it's because Tom's is just, bro. If he loses, to be honest with you, this would be the only Super Bowl loss that would be kind of justified. Like
whoever loses?
Yeah, no. Like in the Tom Brady legacy, he shouldn't have lost to Eli either time.
Mm-hmm. No,
and he shouldn't have lost to Philly. Mm-hmm. Mm. Now there's 3 other Super Bowls we could argue if he should have won, but he won, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true.
If he loses this one to Pat Mahomes, this is the one where like,
it's understandable.
It's like, he lost to Pat Mahomes.
Are nice. Let's be real.
It's like, come on, he lost, bro. He lost to a team that had Mario Manningham on it, bro. Like,
hey that man came out of Michigan. Relax. He was good for a while.
I don't care. So did Jim Harbaugh. That's going great.
Yeah, that's going.
What's the most must-have food at a Super Bowl party? Chips.
Ew,
pizza.
That's so basic.
It is a
pizza's
must,
overrated.
It's a must, though. You're going to eat it still. When I see you Sunday, you're going to eat a slice of pizza.
Of course I am. I mean,
the 8-layer dip.
I was going to say dip or wings. I feel like they're like
wings. I wings. I think wings, because there's no way. I haven't been to a Super Bowl party in the last 4 years that didn't have salt and pepper chicken wings. You know what I'm saying?
You've been to some good parties.
Of course.
And if you own a Chinese restaurant and would like an ad for your salt and pepper chicken wings, it could go right here.
I bought In-N-Out in a box one year. I bought like 6.
Shit was fire.
I got like eight like doubles, and this like, or they opened the box. They're like, bro, no way. I was like, fuck yeah.
I was off the vitamins. I was thoroughly impressed.
Who's more valuable to the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce?
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Tight ends are such good outlets in the NFL right now, and especially if you have one like that can rack up yards and yards after catch like that. Tyreek Hill's nasty, don't get me wrong. I had him on my fantasy this year, and like he was fantastic and had a great year. But I mean, Travis Kelce is up for Offensive Player of the Year this year. Like
he's ridiculous. They're both ridiculous.
It's nasty. Yeah. It's nasty.
I feel like we've seen offenses where this is backwards. But I'll say for this one, what does Travis Kelce open up for Tyreek Hill? Because I can think of like 3 different things Tyreek Hill does that benefits Travis Kelce.
Of course, clears out all the space.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you take the strong safety can't be in the box or like over him like that in the box because they're gonna run the ball eventually. The free safety is gonna be gone with Tyreek Hill. He has to be on that side.
Yeah.
So Travis Kelce has a 1-on-1, or like if the strong safety is willing to double, then they actually do run the ball. But it starts with the guy who can clear space or cut across the field.
Yeah. I think Travis Kelce takes the middle of the field safety more often than not, leaving Tyreek Hill
But
more on the outside.
That's facts. That's
okay, but he's not taking the strong safety. Maybe that's just a benefit to them not being able to put them in the box crazy like that. But I felt like if they played the greatest defense in the world, the threat that I feel like they have to live with is Travis Kelce in the middle of the field. Because like we saw Tyreek Hill versus Buffalo, he caught like a 6-yard drag. Like he was only about 6 yards deep on the drag, took it or a slant and took it 40 yards
filthy.
the opposite.
His speed in game is.
Wow. Like he's one of those guys you literally
watch.
just have to get him the ball. It's not one of those like, oh, we got to find a way. No. Just give him the ball, hand it off, pitch it, do whatever.
Do you know the name of your first child?
Zoe?
Morphine?
I will fight you. It'd probably be something like
Luca?
No. I'm obnoxious, so it'd be something like Cortez or like maybe
Cortez, Torres, the eighth.
or like I'd be one of those niggas like I'd name my kid King. Like I wouldn't care. I would do that.
That'd be awesome.
King Wright? That's
King Wright would be hard.
King Wright?
Yeah, I think like
Damn.
Cortez or King, something like
hard.
something ambiguously hood. Like you don't know ambiguously hood. Like you don't know if his dad like got to the pros and that's why he used that, or if it's like his dad's a lawyer from Compton. Like you can't figure it out.
I know. I know my girl more than I know the son. For a girl, I've always wanted to name her Anastasia. I don't know why. I like that name. I think it's beautiful.
That's a Disney movie? Is that the Disney movie?
I've never heard of that name before.
There's a kid's movie named Anastasia.
There was some type of princess. I think there's some princess named Anastasia, but yeah, I think it's a beautiful name. I've thought about a Junior. I wouldn't mind a Travis Junior. That'd be lit.
TJ?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe even but I've always wanted at the same time, like he said, like ambiguously hood. Like I've always wanted like a Ty something or like some type of duh something. Like like
what? Just name your kid Dion. That's your middle name.
I've thought about it honestly. Dion
Travis
or
Gardner.
Trace. I thought about naming it after my mom. My mom's name's Tracy, so I thought about Trace.
We will name your kid.
Dude, right? Isn't that kind of cool?
Your kid would be Trake Jr. though. Like if his name is Trace,
yeah, he could be Trake too.
He's gonna be
Trake too.
Yeah, we're gonna call it. We're call the nigga Take Care.
Gotta be lit. You're done, Trace.
Who's taking home the Super Bowl?
The fans. No.
I think it's gonna be a great game.
I've been only right in the AFC. The NFC, I've been wrong like most of the time.
Okay.
Like I said.
All right. So I looked up this little stat today. This is kind of weird. So I was gonna say the Bucks, right? Mm-hmm. Because Eric Fisher's out. That's a big fucking deal. They lost
huge deal.
Yeah, huge deal. No one's talking about it as much. And I think they lost a linebacker too, and like a rotational linebacker.
Okay.
But I looked it up, and like the last 4 people who have beaten Aaron Rodgers to go to the Super Bowl have gotten fucking mollywopped by the AFC.
Really?
So like, yeah, because it's
a nice little tip.
The Falcons, the 49ers. I looked up someone else. There's one more. I forget who it is. But they lose in the Super Bowl also, I believe. And I was just like, they lose in the conference final. Like, if you beat Aaron Rodgers, you lose the next playoff game.
That's interesting.
Like, literally, it's like, I think 7 out of the, 7 out of the 9 or something like that. Yeah. Like, so I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe that's how history works. Like, it's like, you sell your soul to the devil just to crash and burn eventually.
So you got the Chiefs?
I guess. Yeah. Because I feel like that one's I don't know.
I don't know, bro. This is
I don't know how good their backup tackle is. Like if he's nice, but he's just a backup. Like you know what I mean? Like maybe this could be his coming out party. Like we've seen weirder things.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm on the opposite. I think the Chiefs, like I'm like, right, like the recipe's just there. I think the Chiefs can do it for a while. I think they can do it. But man, it's just like, do I really go against Tom Brady? Like
I don't
really do that. Like
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even
hasn't
think
history taught me something by now? Like,
I think the question is Andy
I'm going Chiefs.
Is Andy Reid, this sounds like so weird. With a backup left tackle, left or right? What's
left.
Left.
Yeah.
This sounds so weird because I feel like this is like a question you should ask somebody.
Andy Reid steps in and plays left tackle.
No. That'd be great. That'd be fucking awesome.
That's wild.
Punt, pass, kick, legend
with the face shield too.
Oh, dude, his back pedal's probably crazy. This man probably looks like he's swimming. Is Andy Reid's play calling with a backup left tackle better than the tear that Jason Pierre-Paul's been on? And I feel like that's a question you should have asked in 2012. But he's been getting, like, both playoff games, this man has been in people's grills, all 8 fingers of them.
7, bro.
Oh, 7. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 7?
It's like 7 and a nub. Like, he's got kind of like this.
But he's been eating, though.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Custom-made utensils.
They got a great D-line. They got Barrett and they got Ndamukong Suh.
So my thing is, like, you have a backup, and, like, the question is, like, how true can you get them to stay to, like, fundamentals? Like, if he holds the edge and then they're still able to get pressure up the middle, I think that's exactly how the Bucs win. Because Pat Mahomes is going to roll out and he's going to roll right into it. If he rolls, he kind of has that Russell Wilson the way he rolls out. But if Andy Reid's got Tyreek Hill flying at 7 different directions with Hardman, and they're just everyone's going crazy, it's going to be like it doesn't matter. That backup tackle doesn't even need to touch you. Because
I got the Chiefs just because I don't trust the Bucs DBs. They got great linebackers with Levante, David, and Devin.
Who do they have? They have Winfield Jr. back there. They have
the dude from Auburn.
They had that guy that was talking crap.
Carlton Davis.
That guy who was talking crap.
Yeah, I don't trust these
Hargreaves
guys.
is gone, huh? He's been gone for a little bit.
He's gone.
Yeah, you hated him, huh?
Dude, Hill's speed is stupid, and if they have is Hardman in? He's just as fast, pretty much.
I think Watkins is out, but he doesn't do shit anyway.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Sammy Watkins is a top 10 paid wide receiver.
Put it this way: if the Chiefs average more than 3.5, 3.7 yards a carry, it's done. Just know that.
But I don't even know if they need to do that because, like, when you can just blow past everybody on the. I love Winfield, but he's not his father yet. Like his dad was.
He's more of a tackler than a coverage safety.
Yeah, his dad was definitely more of a coverage guy, but he's smart though. I'll give him credit. Like
he's gonna be a Pro Bowler.
Oh, dude, he put a lick on Aaron Rodgers earlier this year too. They were calling for his head. I was like, nah, you dove in the end zone. You should have saw that one coming. But I also think like he's gonna get caught. Like it's like he's gonna get stuck in a back pedal, and it's not gonna be his fault. Like far greater DBs have been stuck in a back pedal. Yeah,
the type of player he is, he's in a bad matchup with the Chiefs.
And here's the crazy thing is he's got like what's my man's name? Malcolm Butler. He's got potential for a Malcolm Butler like type style that he plays, where it's like Malcolm Butler is more of a calculated risk, but Winfield's one of those guys like if Tom Brady throws the ball and it's not timed out right, he's gonna get someone killed.
People forget
he's gonna get him absolutely murdered. Like Winfield, like he's gunning for heads. Like David gunning for heads. White, like you throw something underneath, or excuse me, if Pat Mahomes throws something underneath that and it's off. Like if he has another game like he had versus Miami, or even when versus the Falcons he threw 2, I think. Like you're gonna get someone hurt. Like
100%.
Yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul on the screen, untouched, eating. And Ndamukong Suh untouched, eating.
That guy's dirty. So this is when we go into the next segment here of questions I thought of over the weekend or over the work week when I was
Travis's testimonials.
Exactly. When I was just, being Trake. And this is what I thought of. This is the first one. And keeping on the Super Bowl, almost good thing. What's your biggest interest for this Super Bowl? Like the story for you that you're most interested in?
I would like to say it isn't Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. I want it to be something else, but it's Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, bro. It's the GOAT quarterback versus the best quarterback I've ever seen, better than Aaron Rodgers. I know I'm crazy, but Patrick Mahomes is like a god right now, bro.
Yeah.
He's played 3 seasons, two Super Bowl appearances, and an MVP. Like
wild.
That
is wild.
I just want to know who's gonna make the play of like the memorable play, like the Julian Edelman, the Santonio, the Butler, then Santonio Holmes, and I also want to know what's gonna be like the forgotten play, or like the second best.
Julio Jones,
the Julio Jones on the side, the James Harrison pick 6, one of those, like what I mean, like. What's going to be the most important, like the almost most important, and what's going to be the most important? I always think that interests me because in the moment, because one of those things you don't realize it till the game's officially over. Like in the moment, the Julian Edelman was cool, but it's like the Falcons still got the ball back.
Yeah,
Arizona still had a shot. You know what I mean? But then the second the game's over, it's like, nope, that's when that happened. Like, yeah, it was all downhill. We should have known from there.
What about you, Trav?
I like that. I've been thinking about this one because, like you said, the obvious thing is the quarterbacks. But for me, it's the DBs. It's the matchup of the DBs because to me, that's gonna tell the game.
Yeah.
So I want to know what DBs, and for me specifically, Taiwan Matthew. I'm interested on how he's gonna play in this Super Bowl
because he's had kind of a year, but he was good last year. But
and the reason why a little bit comes from Salt too, because of the whole rankings of like safeties and stuff like that. Because I think Derwin James is like that guy, and so like when I saw a lot of people after this last Super Bowl saying that Matthews was like that guy and the best, I was like, I don't think so. And so like I'm just very curious to see how he's gonna play this.
I think he was the best. And then he got on a team that won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, something like
that. But
I
don't think he was the best the year they won the Super Bowl. But I think he has been the best at one point, and now he had a Super Bowl. So I think it's just like it's validified now. You know what I mean? So I can see your point, but I think when you break it down like that, it's not as offensive.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that's
it's
like
I'm interested in.
Yeah, it's like we argue about the number one wide receiver, but if Stephon Diggs plays more games than Devontae Adams like he did, then it's like, all right, is he really that much better? Is he not better?
All right, so this second one, not sports related. This one's gonna be a throwback. I love this show. What number would you be if you were in the Kids Next Door? Codename Kids Next Door.
Which one is it? Number 4, the blonde-headed kid who's wild?
Number 4, the Australian.
Yeah, because I'm
No, I want to know what number you would be. Like, what number would you pick?
4 would have probably been the number.
This question comes from because Hoagie, number 2, and his little brother Tommy. He picks on his day of graduation. He says number T, and he puts his booger in the thing, and he goes number T, and everyone's like, "That's not a number, like you idiot!" Like and stuff. And so it made me think, and I was just like, so technically, you could be any type of number. They got 86. They got, all these things. And I was just like, what number would you be? And so I was like, it made me think, like, what number would you be?
I've never seen The Kids Next Door.
You're wild. You're kidding me?
I swear to God.
God, get on HBO Max, man.
I know.
Come on.
I'm not civilized. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You haven't seen the Harry Potters either.
Never.
God.
Lord of the Rings, nothing.
Oh.
I've never even seen Lion King.
Your haircut says so many different stories than your mouth says.
I'm sorry.
You never seen Lion King?
Nah.
Dude. Josh. All right, I'm gonna say something that's offensive. I'm gonna let you know this. Your athletic career isn't good enough for you to be missing these key moments in your childhood. Like, if you were like, I hear Pat McAfee say that he never won or he never watched a Disney movie. I can respect that because he wasn't even supposed to be a punter and he made it 9 years. Tiger Woods has like no friends. The Serena sisters, they had to go to like different schools. They want to be around. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You and D1 twice, but you're not athletic enough to have like, why did you sacrifice this?
I'm gonna make a list of things I never did that normal people did. I've never played Call of Duty before.
That's not missing much.
Yes. Nah. You're missing a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, catch me, Drake, Warzone. We can get it.
I can't blow a bubble. I can't whistle. I speak one language.
Josh literally sucked all the fun out of his life to travel to Arizona every weekend to play baseball.
Wait, you can't whistle?
You didn't know that? John McCain used to suck the soul out of you and make you not whistle. No, I'm joking. R.I.P. to a goat.
Wow.
Why is your tongue like that?
Yeah.
I can't whistle.
Can you do like the Phil Jackson?
No, I can't do anything. I'm not gonna say.
We didn't ask the right questions on quick hitters.
Yeah, I guess not.
Holy
I'm
shit!
So baffled. What about like the Hobbits? You haven't seen the Hobbits?
No, bro. I want to
find yourself a woman. You're a good-looking guy. You get women. You only drive like 20 minutes to get what you want, anyways. Make a list of these things, and you guys can have a great time.
But here's the thing, though, Trav. This is where I think you're forgetting about this. What? No, listen, hold on. You're right in theory. But you're forgetting the human emotion of this. We would enjoy that because of nostalgia. It's an imprinted memory. It has value to us.
That's true, okay.
Watching the Great Little Toaster at 26 is not going to help this man out. You don't even know what the Great Little Toaster is.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, my God.
Josh,
have you even seen... Bro, I was about to say, have you even seen the second Lion King? But you haven't seen the first one.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm guilty of not seeing the second Lion King.
It's not that important, but it sounds worse when you haven't seen the first one.
I've seen the second one. I haven't seen 1.5. I didn't see
1.5 was so I like that one. It's like when they came up with the Cheeto Puffs.
What's wrong with you? God.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
This takes me to my next question. We're gonna leave this.
Hey, bro. Hey, what if that's like Josh's like secret power? Like, have you ever thought of why women might like you, and like when you get the answer in your head, you're just like, damn, that's not why I thought you liked me. What if they're in their head, they're like, oh my God, we get to experience so many new things because he just doesn't know.
Hey,
but like I'm not giving Josh the credit of this because at 5 he wasn't thinking this. No. This is more Dave neglecting the joy in this man's life.
I've been told too. Though, one thing that I could actually go, I think I could testify for you in a sense. Like you weren't ever like a nerd in a sense. Like you're like almost not so much a true definition of a jock, but like you're like you're very jockey. Like those stuff don't really entertain you. Like I'm a nerd. I've been called an athletic nerd. Like love playing Call of Duty, the Hobbits, and all that stuff like that. Like and geek out.
Do you like comic books and shit?
If I could read them, if I had time to read them, I would. But like, no, I'm not like that type of nerd.
Like, what's like a weird, not even like weird, but what's like, what's something that you do like personality trait wise that most people wouldn't think is like your thing, or do you think that you're? Sounds bad, but like basic. In a sense.
I'm extremely basic, and I'm extremely.
You can be proud. Be proud. Say it with some chest.
I'm basic, and I'm.
No, my name is.
Josh Palais,
my name is Joshua Henry Palais, and I'm basic. Say it with your fucking chest.
I'm Josh Palais, and I'm basic. I'm a minimalist. To the point that a guy that was gonna sell our house walked into my room and walked out, and he said, "I have never seen somebody have less of a footprint than you." And I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment or
no. Have you ever seen Josh's bro? The only distinguishing detail between Josh's room and the guest room that might have more swag. Josh has like a picture of the skyline in his room, but like my man doesn't have a poster. He is very flat, like color wise, flat sheets. He has one mirror. His like dresser has like a monitor from 1946 sitting on there. It is flat though, but it's because his closet has every like piece of like hanger is this far apart from each other, like and there's clean, and then there's like your cousin who's away at college lives in here, he comes from the summer. We just we throw him in that room. Like
it's okay to be basic, Josh.
No, it's okay. No, it's just funny. Like someone said that to you. That's fucking. But I'm no offense. Like they're not lying. You are. Like,
nah, he's right. Yeah, for sure.
It's okay. I'm a video game geek. I play If I could, I'd play hours and hours and hours of video games.
I've never played more than 30 minutes of a game that wasn't sports in my whole life.
Yeah, no. At one point, I was playing 8 hours of video games a day. It was good stuff.
That's a lot.
I love it.
Nice.
Travis suppresses.
All right, and moving, because we're talking about a game here, into the very last question I had. In a game of 21 between Dunzo, the walk-on wizard Josh, and your boy Trake, what's the score? What are the points here in a game of 21?
21-9-13.
You're wild.
You're gonna miss.
You're wild.
You know how many times I expect? Oh, I will say this. I will get more points than you because you will miss free throws.
Ugh.
And you'll miss the 19-20.
That's the only reason why I could see that happening, but most likely Josh would win.
And after what we saw last week, you're definitely the worst shooter.
I seen it a different ball. I seen the Wilson. I need the Wilson. I think it's too light.
Hey, you show up and show out, or you don't get off the bus.
Can we put the videos of? Did you still have the recordings of Josh trying to dunk too? By the way,
I still do. I'm not. No. Because we're not gonna pivot from me shitting on you. We're not gonna pivot. We're not gonna pivot me shitting on you to you trying to attack Josh. No. I know when they say swing the ball, Travis, that's not what they mean.
Well, I swung the ball.
I got you, Josh. I got you. I saw that.
He came in and refereed
the first time you ever try to set a screen, you think I'm gonna let you?
He blew the whistle on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Damn, I thought I got away with one. No.
And transitioning into our final topic of the day for Super Bowl edition, Young in the Wash. What's the Super Bowl edition, Young in the Wash? Like what's the dream scenario for the Super Bowl, Young in the Wash? Like
we're at the Super Bowl.
We're at the Super Bowl.
We're podcasting.
No. We're podcasting. Okay, our Super Bowl edition. Our Super Bowl edition. Like, what's going on? Like, do we have just tons of Doritos? Do we call that little black kid from the Doritos commercial? Like, is that like our wash guest of the day?
All of our guests throughout the year come to our Super Bowl party and watch the Super Bowl with us.
That's lit.
Yeah, and Luis, let's go. Cookie makes the food.
Oh,
wow, that's fire.
Quality.
We get our own section in the booth, like the pant room, like the suite or something.
Okay, all right. Who's Super Bowl week? You get to pick 3 guests. Who do you want to be your guest for the pod?
That's a great question.
Like I just get 3. Like
you get 3 guests. Like this year. This year is your week to pick 3 people. You can get any people in the world to be a guest on the pod. Say we pod 3 times a week for some reason. Hopefully the bag comes and that happens. So you get all 3 days. You get to pick one person.
Like celebrities or friends?
Anybody in the fucking world. Travis Dion Gardner.
All right, I got
Goddamn.
All right.
Okay.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Lit.
Drake.
Wow.
Johnny Sins.
Wow.
we wouldn't have a million questions.
Do you think he'd be disturbed by how many name drops he's had on this pod?
He would
because he got like 3 last week.
He probably said we wouldn't have enough.
True.
Yeah.
God, he brings friends. See, that'd be cooler than if
He
your
calls
dad.
casual fans.
See, Johnny Sins showing up to the podcast. I believe there's more likely for fun things to pop off than if he's your dad. I still stand by that. Cause,
we could debate that till the death.
bro, I just don't want to see my dad's dick. Also, no one thought about that being a factor. If your dad's a porn star, you see your dad's dick. I'm not about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like,
in a perfect world,
try
I
to
would want
argue that one.
no, I don't want to.
No, I was waiting for someone to try.
Yeah, I was just like, I thought about that when I left. And I was like, so you're telling me like, oh, my dad's in the other room? This nigga's just gonna be walking around beefed up? Like, nah, bro.
Any 3 people? If he were alive, I wish King Von. I wish I could take King Von. That'd be lit.
For the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for the Super Bowl.
What is your topics for the Super Bowl with King Von?
I don't know, dude. It's gonna get ratchet. I talked to him.
But is that like I'm not
I want to talk to him about the O. I want to talk about how he grew up in his life. Like I would like.
But what's that got to be with the Super Bowl?
I just want King Von on my thing, bro.
I understand that, but
Any guess? You told me I could have any guess.
keep in mind this preference with Super Bowl edition. I'm not mad at the King Von.
That nigga like football. You don't think that nigga like football?
That's what you're calling for.
Hey,
I mean, Johnny Sins doesn't make any sense either.
Okay.
But there's more. There's more fun with that. You want to ask this nigga about his Wikipedia. I'm not gonna ask Johnny Sins where he's from.
I'm gonna about his music and Lil Durk. Like, I bring Lil Durk too. Fuck it. We have the whole O in there. Chief Keef too. Boom.
That sounds like a way. All right, if those are your 3 guests, if that's how you do your 3 guests, that makes sense.
That's not my 3. I just want.
See, then I just don't want one of them by themselves though.
I do.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. No, I'm joking, but still,
That'd
like,
be lit. I do like the LeBron one. Obviously, I love LeBron. I don't want to stay that one though. Dude, that'd be Drake is light skin. Why are you taking on my light skin things here?
I'm sorry.
Super Bowl edition. You know who I want there? I want Aaron Rodgers there. I don't know why. I'd want Aaron Rodgers there. That'd be lit.
I used to despise him through the media, but he's been doing a lot of press this year, and I've learned to like curve down my despise. Like he's enjoyable now. He's palatable. I used to not even think I could like can't. Yeah.
Who are your 3?
Dennis Rodman. I feel like he wilds out at the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Say something. I know you got words.
No, I don't have words.
No, I'm cool with that.
Dennis Rodman.
Luka?
No. That's be hard.
My favorite, like, I wouldn't say useless, but my favorite non-superstar player, he's kind of superstar, probably has Algie Crumpler to slide through. I was a big Algie Crumpler fan. Like, that's why I wanted to play tight end, because he played tight end.
Yeah.
And then Mark Cuban.
Yeah. I love the last one the most, bro. I'm sorry.
Mark
Cuban would be a dope guest.
And if I could, I would like to have Dennis Rodman speak to how he think he would play on the Mavs if Mark Cuban ran them when he was there.
I got my 3rd one. I've thought of my 3rd one. I didn't say 3, but Jamie Foxx.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
I want Jamie Foxx.
See, that's great. High school quarterback. You know what I mean? Has his school's record. Funny guy. Like Charlie's, yeah, man.
I'm not hating on that at all.
Yeah, I don't mind the King Von one, but I feel like that's a good overall like I was just saying for Super Bowl week, like
King Von, Aaron Rodgers, Jamie Foxx. I think we can get into some shit. That's just ratchet, just white enough, and talented as a motherfucker. That's what I got with me.
That's true. Absolutely. And speaking earlier we were talking about Super Bowl moments are like the unheralded guy, the one and done, if you will. The guy that comes out of nowhere, has the greatest game of his career. And it being Super Bowl week, we decided that we would pay homage to the greatest one and dones, seasons, games, runs. Because I think to win this game, someone out of nowhere is going to have to pop up.
As they always do.
Someone's going to have to get that courtside care and intensity. You know what I mean? That will, that drive. It might be Miller on the Bucks.
Might be.
You never know.
You never know.
It might be like Blake Bell, who, played quarterback at one point and had like 3 catches in the Super Bowl last year.
The Belldozer.
Yeah, bro. You need that guy. You need that guy.
That's his nickname.
So, with that being said, my first one and done is literally a game.
Wow.
Chris Matthews from the Seahawks in the Super Bowl that they lose to the Patriots because he had 140 in a loss in the Super Bowl.
What position did he play?
He played wide receiver. He was number 14 before DK Metcalf was there.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see. I had some notes here. Hold on. But Chris Matthews up the sideline. I think it's 5. Let me see if I can see this correctly. 4 catches. I lied. 4 catches for 109 and a touchdown.
Damn.
Yeah, but here's a question. Have you ever heard from Chris Matthews again?
No.
No, but great. He was going to be Super Bowl MVP.
That's wild.
Yeah, like
That's so wild.
Can you imagine? You spend your whole life getting to this game. I think he suited up for maybe 4 other games all year. He didn't really get any PT. You show up and show out the most important game of your life for your team to do the one thing that they didn't do that got him there all year, which was run the ball.
That's some crazy.
And then you don't ever. He basically doesn't play again. I don't even know if he has another reception after the Super Bowl. Keep it a whole buck with you.
Chris, man, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I got one for that ass. Fucking, I think everyone knows this guy. Everyone knows this one. But the infamous Peyton Hill.
Mm-hmm.
The infamous Peyton Hill running
Peyton
back
Hillis
for the Browns. I remember, I just wrote Hill for some reason. But yeah, Hillis. Oh, man, that guy had a great year. Cover of Madden. You know, everyone, one of the worst Madden.
Well deserved, though.
Yeah.
Horrible Madden.
Yeah, terrible Madden.
They went back to like 99 real quick. Yeah, it was
crazy.
shit.
But yeah, that guy had a phenomenal year. Never heard from that guy ever again.
Peyton Hillis had 1,654 yards that year.
Yeah, no, I wrote it down. It was something like that, plus like 550 receiving or something. Like that. That was crazy.
All right, I'm gonna go with David Tyree's catch in the first Patriots-Giants Super Bowl. I had no idea who he was. Even after that, I was like, does he still play in the league?
But he's famous forever though. Like I know, like you say his whole name. You say David Tyree.
No, he's famous forever. But like, I didn't even know who he was.
I
know who he was before, like going into the game, but just
really, I had no idea who he was.
Receiver,
but he's like, I think nowadays we get so many teams that have so many good weapons. Like we know the Hardmans, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because he's like truly like the 4th or 5th option. Mm-hmm. Those teams back then, you didn't really know the 4th or 5th option. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have one because, in my personal opinion, your favorite basketball player at the current moment, if they're new, their favorite basketball player used to get their ass busted by this man in high school and in college. The AAU god, Michael Beasley's 1 year.
Yes, I have Michael Beasley here. Yes.
Bro, 33 games at Kansas State, 58% from the field, 37% from 3. My man averaged 26 and 12, bro.
A bucket.
A bucket. Like, your favorite.
Wild.
I don't know if, like. This is funny. This is how I can always tell. There's like certain questions I ask people, and like when they're a little bit older than me, and I ask like, "What are your thoughts on this person?" And Michael Beasley is one of those questions because you could be like, "Oh, he's a bum in the league," but I feel like there's a certain like, and I don't even think he was a bum in the league. But like when you look at a disappointment, yeah, but a bum, no.
Yeah.
But I think like you can see how certain people react to that question, their knowledge of the game. Because I feel like if you know, you can't disrespect Michael Beasley like that. Like Kevin Durant, like he oftenly talks about how like, oh, Michael Beasley used to give me that work. Like he was the best guy out there.
People still talk about when they run open gyms and stuff like that. When Michael Beasley shows up, he's a problem. Like
if there's no referees, you call your own, and you just get to run for 40 minutes. Michael Beasley is. This sounds stupid, but he's been a top 5 player in the world at one point in his life. Like I stand by that.
I actually got to see him work out at Alliant University.
Really?
Yeah, he went there when at that tournament for the top 50 in the nation. He was there working out. That guy's huge.
A dog.
People forget that the dude's 6'8". Like he's huge. Like yeah, it's wild.
Michael Beasley was supposed to be kind of like the kind of Paul George, Danny Granger thing that they were trying to go for, like the bigger guard. He kind of can pass. He rebounds like a real dog. He's willing to shoot the 3. He's kind of got like. If you could,
I could see it. He was like Josh Smith.
I know. Literally, I was about to say, if you put Paul George and Josh Smith together, yeah, I swear to God, the words out of my mouth was Josh Smith because we were just talking about it. Yeah, Michael Beasley had that type of game. Like he was like,
he was good,
bro. And then if worse comes to worse, he's gonna bully you, even if you're 6'10". Like,
yeah.
Who do y'all?
Okay, I'll keep it basketball here, even though maybe this one's not as good. But Devin Harris in the Nets 09 or the 08-09 season, he averaged 21 points and was an all-star. He was nice because he got that big contract to go to, I think, the Mavericks, I believe, and he was never like the same guy or something like that.
He's played for the Mavs literally 4 times in his career, I think. So it's kind of hard to remember which Devin. Like I thought forever. I know that whole Mavs roster from 2011, and I swore to God Devin Harris was on that team, but he's on the team like a year before and the year after.
Yeah,
and I was that
guy was good. He was good, and then just poof. He's just gone.
Oh, okay, hold on. Before you say this, speaking of like some fucked up luck, speaking of the Devin Harris, if I'm not mistaken, Eric Dampier is on that 06 Mavs team that loses to the Heat, and then he's on the 2011 Heat team that loses to the Mavs.
That's crazy.
Bro, I think it's Eric Dampier. Yeah, and I was just like, dude, that sucks. Like that's a shit. Like that's the opposite of the Chris Matthews effect. Like Chris Matthews showed up the one time. Eric Dampier showed up and fucked it up. Like he didn't fuck it up, but got fucked over both times, dude. That's crazy.
Great.
I'm gonna go with the best college player I've ever seen. I'll go Derrick Rose. I think his one and done at Memphis was just crazy.
Wow, that's a good
He's
one.
good. As good as Calipari's had these point guards. He's had
John Wall.
He's had John Wall. He's
Eric
had Eric
Bledsoe.
Bledsoe, and I can't even think. He's had
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker, Jamal Murray. I think John Wall is the best one he's ever had in college.
Tyler Ulis was there.
Tyler Ulis was good.
He was good.
He was good.
The Harrison twins. But I think I'm gonna go. Derrick Rose is the best point guard I've ever seen in college basketball.
Wow.
And it's funny that Josh says that because going into the one and dones, I have actually that whole Karl Anthony Towns team on there, that Kentucky team. Granted, they didn't win. What they lose in the semifinals?
They lost to Wisconsin.
Yeah,
in the Final Four.
they lost to the Sam Decker, Frank Kaminsky. Sam Decker. I heard some bad things about Sam Decker as a person,
Wisconsin.
but bro, Sam Decker, bro. When I remember I saw his Drew League video, and I was like, dude, this white boy's serious.
Too bad he hasn't done shit in the league.
Bro, he got kicked out. J.R. Smith
He's
says
out of the league now.
Yeah, J.R. Smith says he's a racist. I don't know how true that is, but J.R. Smith has
I'm not
openly
surprised.
said that. But yeah, that Kentucky team had Karl Anthony Towns, bro. This is crazy because this tells you how like it really was like a platoon system. Karl Anthony Towns had played 21 minutes, shot like 65% from the field, only 25% from three, and only had like 15 and 6. But he's only playing 20 minutes a game. And he's not playing and at the end of the game, Calipari Perry's going whichever platoon just feels the best to close it out. Bro, they had Devin Booker on that team, Willie Cauley-Stein, who I am glad he's in Dallas now, but Travis will tell you when they traded DeMarcus Cousins,
He was heated.
No, that's a lie. When they traded DeMarcus Cousins to the Pelicans, I told Trav I think Willie Cauley-Stein's nice, and I literally would text Travis Willie Cauley-Stein's stat lines every night, and I was like, bro, he's nice. He's not as good as I was hoping, but
Yeah,
JaVale McGee Jr., but yes.
no, I think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna.
He's been in the league forever.
Who?
Willie Cauley-Stein, he is what he is at this point.
Yeah, but he's not the liability.
Kind of.
He's not the liability that JaVale McGee, when he has a brain fart, it can fuck up momentum. Willie Cauley-Stein doesn't do that. I've seen JaVale McGee. Dude,
I like JaVale McGee.
I like JaVale McGee too, but think about this:
three-time champ
the
JaVale McGee.
liability that he was. Think about
Don't
this:
forget.
he was such a liability. He started a beef with Shaq on Shaq Thing a Fool.
Yeah, he did.
He deserved it.
But here's my point, though. That happened so often. He had his own segment. When you're known as that guy,
Yeah, he
Willie
was.
Cauley-Stein,
But
at least he's not doing
He
that.
got his ish together, and he became a 3-time world champ. That's
Okay,
what
no, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's fair to say that to Willie Cauley-Stein when he was never that guy, though. He was never he never had to get his ish together. He had to get better, but it wasn't the mental.
I would
lapses.
say
Yeah.
Willie Cauley-Stein's been a disappointment.
I would say so too. But I
Yes.
think you could say the same thing for JaVale McGee.
He's won 3 championships.
Okay, has JaVale McGee played any better in the last 5 years of those 3 championships? Because he doesn't start in one. Actually gets his spot taken by an aging Dwight Howard in the middle of one. And we'll just say one of the 2 Warriors ones, they don't actually need him. One of them, he was really crucial.
He was good. I'm about to
And the
say.
next one, but it's not I think that was more of him finding a fit than him getting better as a player. If Willie Cauley-Stein
understand that.
finds
I
a
can understand
fit, and then all right, here's the question: did Peyton Hillis get better, or did he win a Super Bowl as a Giant?
Did he?
Peyton
Yes.
Hillis won a Super Bowl with the Giants.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive he's on that second team as a
fact check
backup.
that.
I think him and David Carr are both on that team. Yeah, so that's who
David Carr was on that team.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Peyton Hillis is on that team also. So answer my question, because he was good, and then he got validated. Does that make you know what I mean?
The Lakers don't win the championship last year without JaVale McGee.
Oh no, I don't think I think that's true. I think I don't believe that to be true. I think there's a different way. I don't think the Lakers get to the championship without JaVale McGee. They win the championship without JaVale McGee.
I think it's very
That
clear.
matchup is they don't need
If
JaVale
you
McGee.
watch the Lakers this year, it's very clear we need JaVale McGee. Marcus Gasol is not that guy. JaVale McGee is what we needed.
I don't think you. No, I don't say that because I think when you say you need somebody, then there's not usually as many options. If you bring Dwight Howard back, you don't need JaVale McGee because you just need someone who's more athletic than Marcus Gasol.
Yeah.
If you could have, ironically, you could bring in Willie Cauley-Stein and it'd be better than
love
the
that
Marcus. So that just you don't need JaVale McGee.
I like that one.
You just need an athletic
want him.
big.
I got him.
You want someone who runs down the court and sprints.
Yeah.
You want Giannis without pretending he's good.
I'll take anybody at this point. All right, what's your next one then?
My next one, I'm gonna turn over to football here. This one kind of surprised me myself. I'm going Derek Anderson with the Browns as well in 07.
Ooh, I fucked with Derek Anderson.
People forget about that, man. He made the Pro Bowl, and at the time, he threw for 2,900 yards.
That's a lot
back
back then.
Yeah, back then, we weren't throwing the ball.
That's when
We were-
4,000 yards was a good year. So yeah,
4,000 yards was oh my God, you're a go. You know what I'm
29.
saying?
You say you threw 2,900.
On the Browns.
That's the equivalent to throwing almost like I was like
36.
36. Yeah, I was gonna say 36, 37.
Right
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 36, which is good.
Yeah, like I'll take that. You can win.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can win
games with that. But yeah, he went to the Pro Bowl and he was nice that year. Really carried the Browns. They were actually good. Mm-hmm. They were good. So yeah, that was.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
I have 2010. Oh no, sorry, 2015-16 playoff run. Bismack Biyombo. Do we remember this when he was in Toronto?
Nasty. I was about to say Toronto.
Yes,
right?
bro.
Toronto.
Bro, nasty. My man averaging 25 minutes, 9 rebounds, 6 points, and that doesn't sound like a lot, folks. But if you watched it, it had a way bigger impact. He averaged 1 block a game, but I felt like it was the block at the most crucial part of the game. They got sent 5 rows in the fucking stands, just tossing people shit, and got stupid paid right afterwards.
Yes.
Like, he literally got paid for 20 games. Like, bro, yeah. Because the Magic paid him at first, and then he went to Charlotte eventually.
Something like that.
The Magic, bro.
He fucked the Magic.
Yeah, big time.
Because he's not that.
He was third string at one point.
You know what's that bad? He's not that horrible in Charlotte this year. Like he's playing like as expected, but it's like, bro, that's
interesting.
yeah. Dude, that was
that's a good one.
They thought
I remember that.
Charlotte thought they had came up with Aaron Gordon and Bismack Biyombo, and they thought that was gang.
And Vucevic too.
Most underrated player in this last decade. I don't care anyone says. From the
Who?
second
Vucevic.
Exactly.
That's the center, right? That's the center.
The second Dwight Howard.
Okay.
Look at the moment. Hey, like, because I'm pretty sure he's there the year after Dwight Howard leaves, or 2 years after that. Bro, it's like 1 year for him to figure it out. And then he's nice. They're not good. But, like, the all-star numbers aren't even that much better than some of the other numbers from other years. Like, it's just the Magic got better. But I'm like, bro, he has been giving your favorite center work for a long time.
Nasty.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Who else do you have?
Let's see. Another one I have. Okay, I got one for. Let's see if you guys remember this one. Aaron Brooks, 09,
Rockets?
09-10 for the Rockets.
Aaron Brooks was a problem.
Dude, he was a problem. Exactly. He was given, as you would say, your favorite point guard business that whole season.
I'm pretty sure Kyle Lowry's on that team too, if I'm not mistaken.
He was nice that year, and I think he won Most Improved Player.
He did win Most Improved Player.
Yeah, and he's a problem that year.
What college did Aaron Brooks go to?
I want to say Kansas, but I don't think that's right.
Oregon.
Really?
Yeah,
he was a dog at Oregon.
I was gonna be right. At least in the conference, I was gonna say Arizona.
I would have got that. I would have said that. Yeah, he seems like an Arizona guy. What else do I have here that didn't crumble? Okay, this is ridiculous. This one, as you can see, we were probably scraping the bottom of the barrel for this topic, but I thought this was a good one, close to home. The one season that Tom Cable took the Raiders to go 8-8, but went 6-0 in the division.
He did?
You guys don't remember this?
I don't remember.
The Raiders went 6.
What year was this?
Bro, Josh, you're on the check right now. The Raiders either go 8-8 or 6-10. All 6 wins.
In the conference?
Yes. All 6 wins.
Is that good or bad?
No, that's horrible because you still don't actually win the division, which is why basketball had to change that rule because back in the day you used to win the conference and you would be a top 4 seed. If you won, they changed it. They changed it because Portland recently fucked it up. But like, there's a whole bunch. There's like every team has a conspiracy theory about that. Yeah,
I do remember that.
It was somewhere from 2008 to 2010. I gotta find it.
It is 2010. It's 2010.
2010, yeah, you're right. 6-0 with that shit Raiders team,
bro.
Wait, what was the record though? Was it 6-10 or 8-8? 8-8.
They went 8-8 that season.
Oh, I have averages. The average points that they scored against the division, 35-17.
Wow.
So they won these games. I mean, there's 2 real bad.
Cool.
They have like 2 bad blowouts, I think, that like helped the average, but like decisively blew out the whole. But then he fucking, and I think he's one of the best offensive line coaches in all of football and tight end coaches. But like, yeah, like he got the can. I'm pretty sure the next year. I don't know how you fire a coach who won the whole division because isn't that the first goal? Like, all right, let's beat every team in our division and then figure it out. Like, let's make sure we can get these.
Dude, Marty went 14-2 and they fired his ass.
There's a lot of, and we'll just say health reasons why they might have let Marty go. And then also we got to talk about the fact that he is arguably clowned as the worst playoff football coach of all time.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, like he gets there and he runs the ball into the ground. No creativity. The same thing that got him there all year, none of it. We're going to kick field goals. And you can't trade field goals for touchdowns.
Yeah, I can't do that. Not in the playoffs.
All right, my one and done, my last one. Matt Ryan sucks ass. One MVP. Has underachieved his whole career.
Oh, God, let's go.
I think Matt Ryan, that one MVP was a huge fluke, and I just think he's not even a top 10 quarterback now, maybe not even top 15. So that Matt Ryan MVP season. What do you think about that?
Okay, but do you not think?
Wow, this is juicy.
Okay, I have questions because we're gonna break down the argument. I don't get emotional. We bring up stats. That's what we're here for.
Stop.
Was he not? Was he not a top 10 quarterback before the MVP?
Maybe at one point.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe at one point. So,
Yeah.
so when he,
I'm saying yes. I'm gonna say
okay,
yes.
so when he beats Russell Wilson,
He's the Kirkland version of Matt Stafford. Keep going.
you can't say that
Wow.
when he has more accolades. You can't be.
Because he has a better roster.
Kirkland says generic, but okay. Here's the thing, though.
My man had Roddy White and Julio.
Oh, I understand that, but here's the thing, though. I don't think you can say
Tony
he's
Gonzalez?
the Kirkland version when one of them was literally known for how good they closed out
they're
games.
probably about the same skill level.
Dude, that
honestly.
Matty. Okay, I'm glad you brought that. The Matty Ice nickname is horse shit.
But he had the most game-winning
He's
drive
the
and comeback.
NFC Phillip Rivers. He fucks it up at the end every time. I'm sorry.
No, but
That's
I
perfect.
mean,
That's
but
well said there.
I think you can say that later in his career, but to where you're saying it now, when you're saying he was never that good to begin with, is false. When he got that nickname coming in, doing that. Like it'd be one thing. It's one thing to be like, oh, it's trash. Now, obviously, yeah, it's 12 years in.
He's
But
old
the
now,
first,
yeah,
the first 7 in where he earned said nickname. When Philip never got a nickname, just throwing that out there.
I don't get how he could be Matty Ice if he never won anything.
Because he iced games, because also says Matt Ryan has had, and no one ever wants to talk about this, and we give Phil Rivers all the credit in the world for this. He's had horrible defenses, like god awful. He had the youngest defense
So has
ever in
Aaron
the Super
Rodgers.
Bowl. I understand that, and here's the thing: Aaron Rodgers is one, and don't get me wrong,
bad man.
No, he is a bad man.
Drew
but-
Brees had bad defenses too.
Okay, I understand that, and they got their one, and I understand that. But let's call a buck, a spade, if you will, a club. Aaron Rodgers sneaks into those. Aaron Rodgers wins a playoff in which he sneaks in, like he literally sneaks in as a 6 seed.
Sometimes.
If we stop careers, like you're calling Matt Ryan's whole career a fluke, right? Or you're saying he was never that good.
I said the MVP season.
No, okay, I understand. But you said your exact words were
Standout season.
Yeah, standout. But you said he was never that good to begin with, and he's not 12. So you're saying that. So it's encompassing everything.
Yeah.
So if we encompass everything in the other two dudes you talk about, what has Aaron Rodgers? Besides, he's going to get an MVP. I understand that. But when we're going to talk about shortcomings and defenses and having weapons around you, him and Drew Brees have also. I've seen Drew Brees go over half a decade without a playoff win post Super Bowl. I've seen Aaron Rodgers get blown out of 3 out of 4 NFC championships in his career, and you can't blame the
But he's
defense.
getting to the
but
NFC
you-
championship.
But you can't. But here's the thing, though. Like, if you're gonna call out Matt Ryan for these shortcomings in the way you do it, then let's call it across the board. Because people got a lot of smoke for Matt Ryan, but they don't have any for Drew Brees, and almost seeing a decade.
I think Drew Brees
A
is the only one that's
decade.
valid. You can't compare
A decade.
You can't compare Matty Ice.
Okay,
to
but
Aaron
when you
Rodgers.
say that and you say he doesn't deserve it, in the process of that standalone season,
Yeah.
he smacked that man twice.
My thing is, you're hating on Aaron Rodgers for getting blown
I'm
out.
not. I'm not hating. I'm equating your argument.
Okay. You're saying Aaron Rodgers is getting shit because he got blown out in the NFC Championship.
No, I'm saying Aaron Rodgers is getting a pass. The same, like the pass you're not giving Matt Ryan, you're allowing Aaron Rodgers to have because of individual accolades, but it's like you're still responsible. And to the nickname point, like he got that because he was Matty Ice. Like he
At
iced
Boston
games.
College, bro.
Bro, he had the most comeback. You realize,
They played Rancho Bernardo
bro,
back then.
bro,
They sucked.
you realize no one has thrown for more yards in the first 11 seasons in the NFL than Matt Ryan.
Who cares
You
about yards?
realize
We're
that
talking about wins.
you realize, and that's the team spot. No, but time out. But if we're talking about the wins, then we go back to the shortcomings thing. And Aaron Rodgers' defense just gave him 3 picks, and we're not holding that against him. But when he gets blown out twice in the NFC Championship.
Okay.
We blame the defense, but when they give you 3 turnovers and you come up with 7 points and you have 2 huge sacks that he gave up, that wasn't all offensive line. So my thing is like this: you can't pick and choose where to move the field goal post, and that's what you're clearly doing with this argument.
No.
I'm not saying he's not great, but to say it was a standalone 1 year is not fair. That's not valid at all. There's literally stats and NFL records that prove that that's not true. To the Phillip Rivers thing, where if you're going to go off career accolades, then what you're saying is literally not true.
Well, I don't think Phillip Rivers is that great to begin with, honestly. I'm saying Matt Ryan was never a top 5 quarterback before he won the MVP or after, is what I'm saying. So him winning the MVP as the best player in the league.
You realize he won a playoff game the next year. Like, people act like he just, like, Matt Ryan was like this and then just
he
crashed.
won one playoff game.
That's fine. And he would have, and do you remember how the Falcons lost?
He has the best receiver we have seen since Megatron.
Do you remember how the Falcons lost to the Eagles in the
He
playoff
has some
game?
good stats. So
Matt Ryan has great stats.
Then what are we talking
So
about?
hey, Phillip Rivers has great stats too.
The only thing, I guess that is the argument there, isn't it?
And they both haven't won shit.
And that's the only thing.
One has an MVP, so one's won. One's been an All-Pro.
And MVP, Dude, that's an individual award. Nobody cares about
Was that
individual
2016?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he almost threw for 5,000 yards.
That's what I'm saying. And he's thrown for 4,900 yards 2 other times.
But that's my thing. That was his one season. I said he was great in one season.
One other time in 2018. Actually, never mind. That's true. Yeah.
Thank you. Like, that's what I'm saying.
No, he was great.
One other time. Yeah.
He's thrown for 49. All right, you can't say Matthew Stafford is better because all he does is literally throw the ball. And Matthew Stafford should have better stats early on because it took Julio a second kind of to get there. Matthew Stafford had literally the most athletic being to ever grace a football field.
Yeah.
Bro, if you're what's so funny? The whole argument is that Julio Jones doesn't score touchdowns because we just don't throw the ball up to him.
Because Matt Ryan's a terrible red zone quarterback.
That's arguable. I can give you that. I give you that at times. Yeah. But I could also say that the only thing that made Matthew Stafford for the first decade of his career was throwing a 16-yard bend. Like, it's like he only had to throw 2 routes. He only had to throw an over the shoulder.
But we're really comparing Matt Ryan to Matt Stafford?
You said it. You brought him up.
No, but because they both ain't shit.
No, and I would like to go in and mention in this argument right now. After looking at these stats, I think you actually have an argument. They're really not that far off of each other when it comes to their fucking stats.
Exactly.
They're almost identical in a sense.
But here's the thing.
Matt Ryan has better consistency. He has like 2 years.
He also has a better roster than Matt Stafford ever has every year of his career. Besides Megatron, the Lions didn't have anyone.
Who won the MVP in 2011? That's what I want to know.
Aaron Rodgers.
Matthew Stafford threw for 5,038 yards for 41 tubs and 16 interceptions.
Yeah,
but
they probably went through. Yeah, but I guarantee you they went like 7 and 9.
Dog, that's ridiculous.
And we're going to end the show with a spotlight. We have 2 great things that started this week. We have, of course, Black History Month, and today we have Girls and Women in Sports Day, I believe is the correct term for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do, I have a spotlight for the black people, Travis has a spotlight for the women. We're going to let Josh and Manifest Destiny sit over there quietly.
Manifest Destiny.
Sit over there quietly. Yes. Hey, don't worry, bro. It's all good. So for mine, we want to do something out of the ordinary, something not as I wouldn't say basic, but
mainstream.
We know the Jackie Robinsons, we know the Bill Russells, we have we want to touch on people like Abernathy and some of the other black figures that don't get as much shine and have definitely done things. Mm-hmm. Not being political to this week, though, I have someone who I think is a pioneer in his field. I have Phil Lamar, who is the voice for many of our favorite cartoons without us knowing, not just black, but some like other ethnicities. He is Samurai Jack, if I'm not mistaken. He's on Mad TV, 15-year run. He is the shop owner in Shark Tale.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he has a good stint on King of the Hill, and the 2 that I know him the most from, he plays Jon Stewart on the Justice League, so he's the Green Lantern, and the show that is arguably my favorite cartoon growing up at all time. He is the voice of Static Shock. So, Josh, Static Shock is a black guy who got superpowers, and then he was on a trash can a little bit, but he's from the gutter though, that's why. And then he was from Dakota City. It's a whole thing. We'll get back to you. You have a book report.
You said he was the voice of Hermes on Futurama?
Yeah, he's the voice of Hermes Conrad.
I love Futurama. Yeah,
bro, that shit.
I was like, I know who he is.
You had to say something. Hermes Conrad. Like, it's one of the
awesome.
fun. Yeah, he literally has one of the greatest runs. Like, he has over 200 credits, animated credits, and that includes video games, movies. Like, I can't imagine being so good someone's called you for a job 200 times.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So far on my side, I have girls, women's, and sports here. My shout out is for arguably my favorite women's basketball player.
Our GOAT. This is our generation's GOAT.
Honestly, our GOAT, Candace Parker. Candace Parker was like the first women's basketball player I ever saw that really like dominated the game like that. And I first noticed her at Tennessee. I had a crush on her too. She was kind of cute. Yeah,
it helps, but
it does help.
It also is scary when I'm gonna get.
She's like 6'5", like she was a beast. So I have her career stats was 19.4 points, 8.8 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks.
2 blocks,
dude. She was an animal. She was the first woman to dunk twice in a game, and the first woman to dunk in an NCAA tournament game.
I have a Candace Parker thing. I was watching the Knuckleheads podcast. Shout out to Q Rich and all. But they had her on, and she said that her brother played overseas, and her other brother is Anthony Miller, the guy who used to play for the Cavs.
Yes, yeah.
So her oldest brother played overseas for a little bit, and then Anthony played. And I always say there was points in my life I thought she was better than him. Without question.
Yeah, I used to say that.
Bro, she said that she dunked in the 9th grade, and like she dunked the first time in ninth grade, and by the time she got to her junior year, she could really dunk, and then she tore her ACL. And remember when we see her dunk at the McDonald's All-American game against J.R. Smith? Yep. She said that was one of the first dunks back since the injury.
Wow.
So I know people get mad that they gave her the award, and they're like, it's because she's a girl and she dunked. But I'm not going to lie. If her story is true about coming off the ACL and doing it, I give it to her. Then I'm not gonna lie.
Beast. And she won back-to-back national championships her sophomore and junior year with the famous, rest in peace, Pat Summitt.
Exactly. And I like her story. If you guys get time, look up her relationship with Lisa Leslie and the Sparks not winning at first, and then they win, and then she kind of feels like she owed it to her a little bit. It's a good little story. But no, Candace Parker's definitely one of the GOATs. Shout out to all the other females that are involved in sports. You know who my favorite is, young Mina Kimes. So you know.
Shout out to Mina Kimes.
Shout out to Mina Kimes. Hey, Mina Kimes. I looked at pictures today. ESPN did not post one flattering photo of you, and I know it's supposed to do
that to her,
bro. They always do her.
They always get her with reactions.
Yeah, like she
has such good.
She's the only one they put candid photos of. Yeah. They had all the other and I know it's not about looks today, but I'm just saying, as a person, period, you don't want like the picture of you looking like a super dork going out though. Yeah. And
but that's what makes her great though. Like she knows she's dorky and she embraces it, and she's a pioneer in her own field as well.
These are facts. All right, so to the blacks, to the women's, to the stat guys, to the Hebrews. This is a Young in the Wash. Catch us on Tumblr, MySpace, your favorite app to download via Forms Spring. And if you're looking for us on the newest outlets, we do have a photo bucket. So with that being said, I am Fat Face Fabio, the Husky Hustler, a.k.a. Whitecap Dunzo. With me as always is my favorite 12-year-old Simone, fresh out the sandbox, and Seabiscuit with the eyebrows. And we'll be back next week, you ball bags.